64 Cooperative Societies. The 97th Constitutional Amendment Act of 2011 gave a constitutional status and protection to cooperative societies. In this context, it made the following three changes in the Constitution. 1. It made the right to form cooperative societies a fundamental right, Article 191. 2. It included a new directive principle of state policy on promotion of cooperative societies, Article 43b2. 3. It added a new Part 9b in the Constitution, which is entitled the Cooperative Societies, Articles 243ZH to 243ZT. Constitutional Provisions. Part 9b of the Constitution contains the following provisions with respect to the cooperative societies. Incorporation of cooperative societies. The state legislature may make provisions for the incorporation, regulation, and winding up of cooperative societies based on the principles of voluntary formation, democratic member control, member economic participation, and autonomous functioning. Number and term of members of board and its office bearers. The board shall consist of such number of directors as may be provided by the state legislature. 3. But the maximum number of directors of a cooperative society shall not exceed 21. The state legislature shall provide for the reservation of one seat for the scheduled castes or the scheduled tribes and 2 seats for women on the board of every cooperative society having members from such a category of persons. The term of office of elected members of the board and its office bearers shall be 5 years from the date of election. 4. The state legislature shall make provisions for co-option of persons having experience in the field of banking, management, finance or specialization in any other related field as members of the board. But the number of such co-opted members shall not exceed 2 in addition to 21 directors. Further, the co-opted members shall not have the right to vote in any election of the cooperative society or be eligible to be elected as office bearers of the board. The functional directors of a cooperative society shall also be the members of the board, and such members shall be excluded for the purpose of counting the total number of directors, that is, 21. Election of members of board. The election of a board shall be conducted before the expiry of the term of the board so as to ensure that the newly elected members assume office immediately on the expiry of the term of the office of members of the outgoing board. The superintendence, direction, and control of the preparation of electoral rolls and the conduct of elections to a cooperative society shall vest in such body as may be provided by the state legislature. Supersession and suspension of board and interim management. No board shall be superseded or kept under suspension for a period exceeding 6 months. 5. The board may be superseded or kept under suspension in case I. of its persistent default, 2. of negligence in the performance of its duties, 3. of committing any act prejudicial to the interests of the cooperative society or its members, 4. of there being a stalemate in the constitution or functions of the board, v. of the election body having failed to conduct elections in accordance with the provisions of the State Act. However, the board of any such cooperative society shall not be superseded or kept under suspension where there is no government shareholding or loan or financial assistance or any guarantee by the government. In case of supersession of a board, the administrator appointed to manage the affairs of such a cooperative society shall arrange for conduct of elections within the period of 6 months and hand over the management to the elected board. Audit of accounts of cooperative societies. The state legislature may make provisions for the maintenance of accounts by the cooperative societies and the auditing of such accounts at least once in each financial year. It shall lay down the minimum qualifications and experience of auditors and auditing firms that shall be eligible for auditing the accounts of the cooperative societies. Every cooperative society shall be audited by an auditor or auditing firm appointed by the general body of the cooperative society. But such an auditor or auditing firm shall be appointed from a panel approved by the state government or a body authorized by the state government on this behalf. The accounts of every cooperative society shall be audited within 6 months of the close of the financial year. The audit report of the accounts of an apex cooperative society shall be laid before the state legislature. Convening of general body meetings. The state legislature may provide that the annual general body meeting of every cooperative society shall be convened within a period of 6 months of the close of the financial year. Right of a member to get information. The state legislature may provide for access to every member of a cooperative society to the books, information, and accounts of the cooperative society. It may also make provisions to ensure the participation of members in the management of the cooperative society. Further, it may provide for cooperative education and training for its members. Returns. Every cooperative society shall file returns within 6 months of the close of every financial year to the authority designated by the state government. These returns shall include the following matters: A. Annual report of its activities. B. Its audited statement of accounts. C. Plan for surplus disposal as approved by the general body of the cooperative society. D. List of amendments to the bylaws of the cooperative society. E. Declaration regarding date of holding of its general body meeting and conduct of elections when due. F. Any other information required by the registrar in pursuance of any of the provisions of the State Act. 6. Offences and penalties. The state legislature may make provisions for the offences relating to the cooperative societies and penalties for such offences. Such a law shall include the commission or omission of the following acts as offences. A. A cooperative society willfully makes a false return or furnishes false information. B. Any person willfully disobeys any summon, requisition or order issued under the State Act. C. Any employer who, without sufficient cause, fails to pay to a cooperative society the amount deducted from its employee within a period of 14 days. D. Any officer who willfully fails to hand over custody of books, accounts, documents, records, cash, security, and other property belonging to a cooperative society to an authorized person. E. Any person who adopts corrupt practices before, during or after the election of members of the board or office bearers. Application to multi-state cooperative societies. The provisions of this part shall apply to the multi-state cooperative societies subject to the modification that any reference to the state legislature, state act or state government shall be construed as a reference to Parliament, central act or central government respectively. Application to union territories. The provisions of this part shall apply to the union territories. But the President may direct that the provisions of this part shall not apply to any union territory or part thereof as he may specify in the notification. Continuance of existing laws. Any provision of any law relating to cooperative societies in force in a state immediately before the commencement of the Constitution, 97th Amendment, Act, 2011, which is inconsistent with the provisions of this part, shall continue to be in force until amended or repealed or until the expiration of 1 year from such commencement, whichever is less. 7. Reasons for the 97th Amendment. The reasons for adding the above provisions in the Constitution by the 97th Constitutional Amendment Act of 2011 are as follows. 1. The cooperative sector, over the years, has made significant contribution to various sectors of national economy and has achieved voluminous growth. However, it has shown weaknesses in safeguarding the interests of the members and fulfillment of objects for which these institutions were organized. There have been instances where elections have been postponed indefinitely and nominated office bearers or administrators have remained in charge of these institutions for a long time. This reduces the accountability in the management of cooperative societies to their members. Inadequate professionalism in management in many of the cooperative institutions has led to poor services and low productivity. Cooperatives need to run on well-established democratic principles and elections held on time and in a free and fair manner. Therefore, there was a need to initiate fundamental reforms to revitalize these institutions in order to ensure their contribution in the economic development of the country and to serve the interests of members and public at large, and also to ensure their autonomy, democratic functioning and professional management. 2. The cooperative societies is a subject enumerated in entry 32 of the state list of the 7th schedule of the Constitution, and the state legislatures have accordingly enacted legislations on cooperative societies. Within the framework of state acts, growth of cooperatives on large scale was envisaged as part of the efforts for securing social and economic justice and equitable distribution of the fruits of development. It has, however, been experienced that in spite of considerable expansion of cooperatives, their performance in qualitative terms has not been up to the desired level. Considering the need for reforms in the cooperative societies acts of the states, consultations with the state governments have been held at several occasions, and in the conferences of state cooperative ministers. A strong need has been felt for amending the Constitution so as to keep the cooperatives free from unnecessary outside interferences and also to ensure their autonomous organizational setup and their democratic functioning. 3. The central government was committed to ensure that the cooperative societies in the country function in a democratic, professional, autonomous and economically sound manner. With a view to bring the necessary reforms, it was proposed to incorporate a new part in the Constitution so as to provide for certain provisions covering the vital aspects of working of cooperative societies like democratic, autonomous and professional functioning. It was expected that these provisions will not only ensure the autonomous and democratic functioning of cooperatives, but also ensure the accountability of management to the members and other stakeholders and shall provide for deterrence for violation of the provisions of the law. Table 64.1 Articles related to cooperative societies at a glance. Article No. Subject matter. 243 ZH Definitions. 243 ZI Incorporation of cooperative societies. 243 ZJ Number and term of members of board and its office bearers. 243 ZK Election of members of board. 243 ZL Supersession and suspension of board and interim management. 243 ZM Audit of accounts of cooperative societies. 243 ZN Convening of general body meetings. 243 ZO Right of a member to get information. 243 ZP Returns. 243 ZQ Offences and penalties. 243 ZR Application to multi-state cooperative societies. 243 ZS Application to union territories. 243 ZT Continuance of existing laws. Notes and references. 1. In Part 3 of the Constitution, in Article 19, in Clause 1, in Subclause C, the words cooperative societies were inserted. 2. In Part 4 of the Constitution, a new Article 43-B was inserted, which says, the state shall endeavor to promote voluntary formation, autonomous functioning, democratic control and professional management of cooperative societies. 3. The board means the board of directors or the governing body of a cooperative society, by whatever name called, to which the direction and control of the management of the affairs of a society is entrusted to. 4. An office bearer means a president, vice president, chairperson, vice-chairperson, secretary or treasurer of a cooperative society, and includes any other person to be elected by the board of any cooperative society. 5. In case of cooperative banks, other than multi-state cooperative banks, this period cannot exceed 1 year. 6. The registrar means the central registrar appointed by the central government in relation to the multi-state cooperative societies, and the registrar for cooperative societies appointed by the state government under the law made by the legislature of a state in relation to cooperative societies. 7. 15th February 2012 is the date of commencement of the Constitution, 97th Amendment, Act, 2011. The Centre has asked state governments to amend their respective State Cooperative Society Act in tune with the Constitution, 97th Amendment, Act, 2011 before 14th February 2013.